Ohayo. Welcome to the So Japanese podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things Japan. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us again today.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, thank you for all your listens and downloads.
Yeah, support.
Yeah, it's as we release every podcast, more people are downloading our episodes. So
Yep.
We really appreciate that, the fact that you guys want to listen to us.
Yeah, and
Still can't believe it.
yeah, and because of we can see all the data and stuff, and then now in every single continent,
Yeah,
people are listening So Japanese podcast.
yeah,
Thank
crazy.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you. We hope that you guys can learn something from listening to our podcast because we're learning at the same time.
We learned a lot, so we wanna improve our knowledge about Japan.
Yeah,
To tell you guys at the same time. We hope
yeah.
you guys also learn something from us.
And at the same time, we hope to improve our podcasting skills and abilities.
Yes. Yeah. So please
Yeah.
keep support us if it's possible.
Yeah,
Then we're gonna grow up more and more.
yeah. Thank you so much.
ありがとう。
So today's podcast is our 10 favorite Japanese words or phrases that can't be easily translated. And then at the end, we're going to have a Omoroi news segment.
はい。
So with these words and phrases that we chose, we found that actually it gives a good idea of the Japanese mindset,
Yes.
like how they view food, how they view the beauty in nature, how they view life in general. Yeah, very interesting. I think
It's
for sure every language has words that can't be easily translated, right? So, and at the same time, these words are very commonly used.
Yes.
We didn't choose any that like are so old school or so poetic that like everyday Japanese don't use it, but yeah, these ones are used quite often.
Yeah, we use a lot. Yeah.
So number 10, our first word is Betsubara.
Betsubara.
Betsubara. It literally means separate stomach. Betsu, separate, bara, stomach. You say it when you still have room for dessert or
like more drinks,
Or more
even
drinks.
though you're already full.
okay. So I guess people who are big drinkers use this word.
Or someone who loves eat dessert no matter what. Yeah.
So, for example,
In English, I'm full, but because my Betsubara, I can still have dessert.
nice.
Yeah. In Japanese, お腹いっぱいでもう食べれないけど、デザートは別腹。
Perfect. So you could, definitely use it for beer, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can
And
drink
for
after
beer,
dinner.
お腹いっぱいでもう何にも入らないけど、ビールは別腹。
I like that. that. Separate stomach. I'm going to
Yeah.
definitely use.
Yeah, this word I heard a lot of time from ladies because we went for dinner. They say, for もうお腹いっぱい. And okay. But
The
what
dessert
about
menu
dessert?
comes.
Yeah, and then they say like, oh, dessert? Yeah, I can have it.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. デザートは別腹だから I can still have it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9, we have Komorebi.
Komorebi.
Komorebi. It describes the beauty of the sunlight that filters through the leaves in the forest, or like the sunlight leaking through the trees. So, for example, if I were to ask Ryusuke, how was your walk in the forest this morning?
And then I say, I saw Komorebi while walking in the forest and it felt good.
Nice.
In Japanese, 森の中を歩きながら木々の合間から差し込む木漏れ日がとても気持ちよかった。
Sounds so poetic.
This is more like people use as a poem.
Okay.
Komorebi, yeah.
Just like the Japanese mindset to think
and trying to think how beauty it's those like small things from the nature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's another one that we didn't choose for our 10, but the flower petal storm.
Sakura fubuki, hana fubuki.
Right?
Yeah.
It really does exist in Japan though, especially if you like sakura season, right? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like normally in other country, for sure some other country has those feeling, those words to show how you feel, but
especially about nature.
Yeah. But again, like Japanese, they see and they use, it's kirei, sakura fubuki, hana fubuki. Yeah.
I know my wife mentioned to me in Brazilian Portuguese, they have a color that they use to only describe like the color of the sun or the color of the sky at one particular beach during sunset.
So that's kind of like beauty for them.
Exactly, right? But when it's that specific, like for example here, like sunlight leaking through the leaves of the tree canopy.
You don't even think like, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, or even like to think of a word to just describe that, right? All right, next. At number 8, we have Kuchi sabishi.
Kuchi sabishi.
That literally means lonely mouth. So Kuchi, mouth, sabishi, lonely.
Yep.
So it describes when you want to eat something or have something in your mouth because you're bored or you just have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Or if your meal wasn't satisfying enough and you want to eat more. So for example,
in English, I smoke because kuchi sabishi.
Okay.
In Japanese, ちょっと口寂しいからタバコ吸おう.
I'm sure cigarette smokers use this as an excuse.
Yes, a lot. Yeah.
Another example?
Yep. Another example in English, I want to eat more because 口寂しい. In Japanese, まだ口寂しいからもうちょっとだけ食べよう.
Nice. So like we said, I'm sure other languages have words like this that can be easily translated. If our listeners can think of any in English or in the other languages you speak, please share with us.
Yeah, sure.
I find these are very interesting, right? It does give a good idea of how a culture thinks. Right?
Yep.
Lonely mouth.
Lonely mouth. Lonely mouth.
How would you say it in like English? I guess like
you guys just say like I want to eat more.
I want to eat, right? Or
yeah. Or like what about like gum?
Gum.
I
just want to chew something.
I want to chew.
Yeah, right. Or you would crave something, but nothing like to describe that like have a lonely mouth. Yeah. All right. Next one, number 7. Seishun.
Seishun.
Seishun. This is used to describe the nostalgia or fondness you feel when you think of happy times when you were young, or when you were young and you were full of hope before reality hits.
Yeah, that describe is actually great.
Yeah, like
example. Yeah,
before responsibility and
exactly.
adulting.
You don't need to think about Leo.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, for example,
in English, when I think about riding motorcycles with my friends when I was younger, it makes me feel seishun.
Nice.
In Japanese, みんなでバイクを乗ってた時は青春だったな。
This is kind of poetic too, right?
Yes, yeah. It's really like you remember the moment, then you feel nostalgized.
Yeah, nostalgic. Yeah,
Nostalgic.
nostalgia.
Yeah. So you just remember basically that's good memory about your use.
So you don't use it for like negative memories.
I mean, okay, it could be negative memory. For example, like if I was dating with some lady when I was youth, then I fight with her all the time. Then right now I'm over 30. Then I remember that moment. Then I still can say like, that was 青春だったな.
But you're remembering it fondly though. Like it was
Yeah,
a
so,
negative
like,
time
but
or experience, but you
it
think
ended
back
up-
at it.
It ended up, oh, that was good time.
So I guess it helped you be who you are today,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, very poetic. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, number 6, our next one. Shibui.
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 So it's used to describe someone or used to describe someone or call someone that has gotten cooler or more graceful with age. I guess in English it's kind of like this person is aging like a fine wine. Right? The older, the
You
better.
get something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it used to describe like anything? People? Right?
Shibui is mostly for guys
Okay.
or the things like I would say like a vintage, like
Okay.
old,
Okay.
but it's still cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about like you don't use it to describe women?
For women, I think we more say kakkoi.
Kakui.
For
Okay.
example, for like the old, can I say old lady? I mean like the age of like 60.
Okay. Okay.
She looks still good. She looks still beautiful.
Or even better than
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Then
she's
we
younger.
normally say, oh, she's kakkoi.
Okay.
Yeah.
But kakui is in general is used to like mean cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool or handsome?
Handsome. Yes. Yeah.
Handsome or cool. But that's funny. So
So we
it's
can
used for women when they're of a certain age. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So for example, Madonna,
Okay.
we can say like she's kakkoi. She's
Okay.
over 60, but she's fit.
Yeah, yeah.
She's still doing a lot of events and she's still singing. So yeah, we don't say Madonna Shibui.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So Shibui used for men or to describe vintage things.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay. So an example.
In English, Johnny Depp is Shibui,
Nice.
obviously.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp Shibu.
Shibu. And another one?
Yep. In English, the 60s Mustang is Shibui. And in Japanese, 古い Mustang Shibui.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the best way to put it is like, aging like a fine wine. But I would say you would use that more in English. You would use it more for to describe people rather than like a car or something.
And
could be.
because Shibui, actually, if you want to use for taste,
Oh,
there's a meaning too.
Okay.
Shibui is like in between sour and bitter. So like you say, like wine,
yeah.
like
Okay.
red wine especially.
Okay.
You know, you can feel the like tanginess.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a vinegar feel type of taste. It's we call it shibui.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But now what we explain is to the person or to the
A thing.
things. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is kind of funny. I like it. So number 5 is Nekojita.
Nekojita.
Nekojita literally means cat tongue. Neko, cat, jita, tongue.
Tongue. Yeah.
So it's used to describe someone whose tongue can't handle hot foods.
Yes.
Temperature-wise, not
Temperature
spicy.
wise. No, temperature wise.
Temperature-wise. Cats don't like hot food or something?
I think that's what we think in Japan.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
like cat can handle any hot food.
Okay.
Well, what about dog? I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example.
For example, in English, I am Nekojita, so I will wait for the soup to cool down a bit.
Okay.
In Japanese, 猫舌だからちょっとこのスープ冷めるまで待つわ。
So cats, don't they have like little hooks or
Yes,
on their
like
tongue, actually?
Stings.
Yes,
Yeah,
to help brush their their fur,
Yeah.
right?
So I don't know why it's
Yeah.
called Nekojita, but I think it's just because Japanese people think cat can handle hot food.
Temperature hot
Yeah,
foods.
and I'm always Nekojita
Oh yeah?
can handle hot food.
Okay.
So yeah.
So like if I serve you coffee and it's still really hot and you take a sip.
And then 熱っあちょっと猫舌だから待つわ冷めるの待つわ Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
All right, number 4 we have Mikabozu.
三日坊主
Mikabozu. It means that it literally means like you can't keep up with whatever you decide to do.
Yeah.
So like it refers to someone who starts something with so much passion, but falters really quickly and stops doing it, right? I'm kind of guilty of this, I suppose.
I think everybody has this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, everybody has this.
And I feel like the mindset of Japanese people is like you start something, you fucking finish it, right?
In your mind,
right?
Yeah.
Or you start something and you should try to master it. So it's funny how you guys would like have this, right?
Yeah.
Is it used to like shame people?
三日坊主 Yeah.
Like, oh, you're
Or-
so Mikabozu.
Yeah. Or like my mom telling me, you always Mikabozu.
Okay.
And Mikabozu, if you straight to describe in English, Mika means 3 days.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Bozu means boy.
Okay.
So it's like or
Someone.
even Bozu monk or Bozu board. But
Or-
I think it's more person. So I'll say monk or person.
Okay, so like a 3-day monk or 3-day
Yeah, you
person,
can only do 3 days.
and then you stop doing
Yeah.
it.
And it doesn't have
Bozu,
to
like,
be...
Bozuzoku? Bozu?
No. It's no. Bozu, if you just say Bozu, it's like a boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So someone that can only do something or keep up with whatever they want to do for 3 days.
Yeah. And obviously, it doesn't have to be only 3 days. Maybe you try 1 week and then you stop to doing.
But really
can
quickly you stop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for example.
For example, in English, I start studying Japanese, but I am Mikabozu.
Okay.
In Japanese, 日本語の勉強をしだしたけど、私は三日坊主だ。
I hope we're not Mikubozu with our podcast.
Well, we already did what, 3 months? So 3ヶ月坊主。
Oh yeah, we're past the Mikubozu phase.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, tell us, listeners, people, if we are Mikabozu or we're doing good.
Mikubozu.
はい。
Nice. Number 3. I really like this one because it feels like it really describes Japan or the Japanese mindset. This
Japanese-
is like so Japanese.
Mindset, society, how they expect from you.
Yeah, we've talked about this a lot before, but now we have a word to describe it. I learned a word to describe it. So we have hone to tatemae.
本音と建前。
Hone to tatemae.
はい。
So broken down, hone refers to what we really think in our hearts or our true opinions, thoughts, and desires. Tatemae refers to the behaviors that one should adopt in public or how we should act in order to align with societal norms and expectations. So we've talked about this a lot in our podcast before, like
Yes.
the pressure Japanese people feel to fit in to society. They need to act a certain way. They need to save face.
How they cannot say no.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though they fucking want to, but they can't because they fear other people judging them. So this is not used like in a sentence, really. It's just like
We
a
don't
word.
really use as a sentence. Yeah.
Okay. So like, so together, hone, what you really think, but tatemae, what you should think and should act in public. It's like the public facade, the face you put on to the public in Japan.
Yeah.
So like some cultures think that if you put on a different face or you act differently in public, it's misleading. It's actually a bad characteristic. It means that like I can't trust you even.
Because
right?
you're not telling
Yourself.
me truth.
Yeah, right? But in Japan, adapting your behavior to the environment that you're in is seen as a sign of respect and courtesy. So Japanese people understand that like you might not be the person who you are showing me, but that's fine. The fact that you're willing to put on this face, putting on this facade, I respect that.
Yeah.
Right? You're like fitting in. Interesting. So we'll give you a situational example.
Yep.
Right? So like I'm a gaijin working in Japan, and I tell Ryusuke, who is Japanese, that like, oh man, I'm having trouble fitting in with my coworkers, or I think that my coworkers think that I'm too direct with my thoughts or opinions, and I'm saying what I'm thinking. But you say to me that if I'm living in Japan, I should conform to society, and you should separate what I think and how I should act in public. So like you would say like,
So then I say, you should know 本音と建前。In Japanese, 本音と建前ってあるから日本で。You need to know.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So if you plan to work in Japan,
You need to know.
so like I feel maybe in more Western culture where like if I have a job and I work in the office, that I should still be myself, right? But maybe that's why it's also so stressful to work in Japan, because it's not like I have to do well in my job.
Yep.
I have to act a certain way as well. Here, I don't care how you act as long as you do your job, right? But over there, it's like everything,
Everything.
all
exactly.
encompassing.
Yeah. That's why we have the other example. You want to go home after work and watch TV, but your coworkers are asking, going out to drink, and you have to say yes. You have to go because it's rude to not go. So that's
Japanese.
perfect example. That means like it's honne to tatemae. You want to watch TV, but you know you shouldn't say no because you start thinking about like, this team might gonna, like judging me, which is kind of unhealthy.
I think so. Yeah.
They need to change this because like I'm abroad, Canada for over 10 years. So it's almost 20 years. Obviously I don't like this idea. And that's why I like the culture here. It's like, if I don't want to go for a drink, then I'm going to say, sorry, I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
They might going to judge me that point, but it's not going to affect my job.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
But in Japan,
unfortunately, it might going to affect.
wow.
Or you going to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely in Western culture, 9 to 5.
Done.
That's my work time. After that, it's my time.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Better work-life balance. In Japan,
No one gonna
it's all
force
work.
you to do some other stuff after work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if I'm forced to or feel obligated to drink with my coworkers and my boss after work, you still have to put on that work face. And it's still work.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Number 2, our next one is Mottainai.
もったいない
Mottainai.
もったいない
Literal translation is like no dignity or no importance. Again, it's like used as a word,
Yeah.
then like used in a sentence.
Yeah.
So it's a word that is used when something that is still useful or has worth that is either not being used anymore or is going to be thrown away. So this can be used for people, opportunities, and situations, or like your skills.
Yeah.
So it kind of means like what a waste, how wasteful it is, too good to give up or throw away. You don't know what you're missing. I feel like when you need to describe one word with like many words or like many sentences, that means it's difficult to translate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for example,
In English, I still have food on my plate, but I can't finish. So I tell my mom, but she told me it's もったいない to waste your food. So keep eating. In Japanese, お腹がいっぱいでもう食べれないけど、お母さんに言ったらもったいないから食べなさいと言われた。
もったいない. Another example.
Another one in English.
Yeah.
My partner says you have so much chef experience, but you don't want to cook as a professional anymore. It's もったいない. In Japanese, 私のパートナーがあなたはこれだけ長く料理をしてきたのに今やめるのはもったいないっていう。
So it's like you're wasting your skills,
Yeah.
you're wasting your abilities.
And
What a waste. Yeah.
one more, if you, for example, if you buy ice cream, for example, and you just literally had one bite and you drop, then everybody gonna say, もったいない
What a waste.
Exactly, because you only had one.
Yeah.
And most of ice cream is on the floor. There's no way you can eat もったいない
Okay, もったいない.
Yeah.
I remember hearing this a lot.
Yes,
Right.
we use a lot. We use a lot.
Yeah, I remember you hearing that a lot. Our last one.
Yeah.
Our top favorite word that can't easily be translated. Ryusuke and I use this a lot. Almost
When we are
daily.
working. Yeah. Almost every day. At least one or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
しょうがない.
しょうがない
しょうがない.
しょうがない
So it means it can't be helped, so don't worry about it. Or a good way to translate it would be, it is what it is.
Yes. Yeah.
So it is used to describe a situation that is not ideal or didn't work out as how you intended it or wanted it to.
Or planned to.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So, for example,
In English, when we record a podcast and after we finished, we realized that we didn't press record.
oh man.
Don't need to be upset because there's nothing we can do about it. しょうがない And in Japanese, ポッドキャストのレコーディングをした後にレコーディングボタンを押すの忘れてた。しょうがないね。しょうがない。What can we do?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
what can we do?
Yeah.
No need to stress
Yeah.
or
It's done.
waste energy to get
Yeah.
angry about it or think about it more. There's nothing you can do about it. Shogunai. Just move on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this has happened before.
Yeah.
So like either for some reason, it didn't record. We don't know if we didn't press record or something happened with the computer or it didn't save. With technology, it's a possibility, right?
Yep.
And we've had to re-record episodes before, but no sense in getting angry about it, right?
Yeah. Because what can you do?
Exactly.
Like seriously, what can you do?
Yeah.
しょうがない Just move on.
Can't go back in time. Another example?
はい。In English, you missed your flight because stuck in the traffic. You have to rebook しょうがない。In Japanese, 渋滞のせいで飛行機に乗れず、しょうがなくまた新しいチケットを買わないといけなくなった。
So, again, you missed it. That's it.
You missed it. しょうがない。
しょうがない。
What can you do?
Right.
So しょうがない。Yeah, I have to buy ticket again. Yeah.
This phrase is really good for your mental health.
For sure. For
Right.
sure.
Helps you deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another example, like it's happened to us many times when we worked in kitchens together.
Yeah.
But like, for example, if we needed an ingredient to prep for tonight's service, we ordered it last night, but the supplier didn't let us know that they ran out. The shipment came and it wasn't there, and it's too late to reorder or buy any. So we just don't have it for service.
Yep.
しょうがない。
しょうがない。Yeah. In Japanese.
Yep.
今日欲しい材料をサプライヤーが持っていなくてメニューを作れないけどしょうがないね。しょうがない。Because they don't have it. We didn't know.
Yep. What can we do?
What can
you
we
can
do?
get angry. You can,
Yeah.
like typical chef culture. You would get angry, throw shit. You know,
And
like
blame the suppliers.
right. Get angry about it, and then your mood for the rest of your shift is ruined, or you make your coworkers feel that like stressful vibe, right? It's doesn't help anything. It's just toxic, right?
しょうがない。
しょうがない。
What can you do?
Yeah,
Just
so
move on.
move on, make it work. Either use something similar, or try to run out last minute to a grocery store to see if you can find something close, or just take it off the menu.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What can you
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely very good to help deal with negative situations.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Situations that can't be fixed.
yeah. Other example. I want to learn super fast, but I'm old. Can't learn like when I was young. しょうがない. Because I'm old. Yeah.
Is there like a direct translate, like what's show, what's nai? Shoga.
Shoga is ginger, and nai
Nai is like
is
don't have
don't have.
ginger.
Yeah, but let me research.
Don't have ginger. If that's what it is, I'll
nai.
start saying, well, we don't have ginger, so
Yeah.
instead of shoganai.
しょうがない.
But-
Oh no, sorry, but it's not ginger. It's しようがない. So
Shioganai.
しよう is do
White?
things,
Oh,
but you can't do things.
okay.
So you cannot do things. That's why it's しょうがない.
Okay.
It's
so-
actually しようがない.
perfect.
Yeah.
But you don't say shioganai. You
No,
say
we say
shoganai.
しょうがない.
Okay. Yeah. Very useful. I heard this a lot
Yeah, I use
in
a
living in
lot.
Japan, and then
Yeah.
when we work together,
And
I heard
someone
Ryusuke
sometimes
say it all the time.
yeah, and sometimes someone who knows a little bit of Japanese, and then this person doesn't do his or her job, and they always trying to use しょうがないね. And I always feel like, you only know this word, motherfucker.
Yeah, or you can use it like to your advantage when you're being lazy, right?
Exactly.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you can do it, but just because you didn't have time or you were working too slow,
Yeah.
shoganai.
Then
Not
しょうがない.
really,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So to use it correctly, it's really about something that you really can't do anything
Cannot
about.
do anything. Yeah.
But if you could or you can, you don't use it. You're
Don't use
taking
it. And then,
advantage.
yeah, then like many times I was thinking like, it's not fucking しょうがない. You could
Yeah.
done something
Yeah, you could have
before
done-
this happened.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And yeah, at that point, if you or someone else start using the しょうがない, and I'm like, しょうがなくない.
So you didn't use it
しょうがなくない.
correctly, right?
Yeah.
It's not shoganai. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your fault.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also good to use for like not needing to blame someone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, for example, with the podcast example, it didn't record. Am I gonna blame Ryusuke? Is Ryusuke gonna blame me? Like, it didn't record, so it
Exactly.
didn't record. Why blame
Exactly.
each other? Like,
Yeah.
we don't know who did it. Why blame, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very useful. Actually, the one of our listeners gave us the idea to do this podcast
Right.
with shogunai. They wanted us to explain what shogunai is, right? And so they gave us this idea, and we decided to do 10 words.
Yeah, and shogunai, one more thing. If, for example, if your coworker, like I was a chef before, and then my cooks, they did some mistake, and then they trying to blame themselves. And it's kind of how to see them, like they're down, they're kind of sad because what they did is wrong. Then I can tell them, shogunai, don't worry. Shogunai.
Yeah.
So to calm somebody else, to tell them like, you're not doing wrong.
Yeah.
Then we can say like, shogunai, it's okay.
Arguably, what's wrong is letting it get to you and affecting your performance moving forward, right?
Yeah.
That's a good way.
Yep.
More bosses should think like this, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. It's healthy.
Yeah.
So that's our 10 favorite Japanese words or phrases that can't easily be translated.
Yes. Yeah.
Up next is our Omoroi news segment.
Omoroi news.
This is so Japanese to think of this idea for a cafe.
This is really omoroi.
So the cafe in Japanese, it's called
Genko Shippitsu Cafe.
Translated, it means manuscript writing cafe. So genko is like
manuscript. Yep.
Shippitsu
is writing. Yeah.
So this cafe is located in Tokyo. To get into this cafe, I don't know how you would prove it though, but you have to be a writer and you have to be on a deadline.
Okay. It's very specific
very specific. So the point of this cafe is that the staff won't let you leave until you meet your deadline.
Cool.
Right. So essentially you're paying staff to look over your shoulder to improve your concentration and writing speed. So at this cafe, there's no background music. There's and the environment around you, the ambiance around you, I guess it's conducive for you to write because everyone is in the same situation as you. So everyone has their head down, typing away, writing away, kind of stressed, right?
Maybe that's how you feel. At least I'm not alone.
Exactly, right? We're all in the same situation.
Yeah.
We're in the shits.
Yeah.
We need to get this shit done. So it's not a relaxed, typical cafe style environment.
Yeah. It's no like a Meido cafe.
So the owners want to create a sense of pressure to help keep even the laziest writers on track. So how it works is you get inside. Before you are seated, the staff will ask you to fill out a form to let them know your nickname, your writing goal. So for example, like how many words you need to write today, the number of pages you need to translate, the number of documents you need to edit, and the amount of verbal pressure you would like the staff to perform on you during their progress checks. So you can circle mild, normal, or hard.
So it's like a taste level, like spicy level.
Yeah.
I want no spicy or mild, spicy, and like super spicy.
And I think this actually would work in Japan because Japanese people have a sense of shame. They feel a sense of shame. So like the verbal pressure, I'm sure it's not like they're like maybe they're demeaning you if it's like hard level, but like you know, they shame you, right?
Yeah.
Your family would be ashamed.
Yeah. お前のお母さん見てるぞ。お前何もできてねえやん。
Yeah, right? How would your mom feel? Right? You're embarrassing them. So you can write like, okay, I need to finish this one article within 2 hours. And the staff will help you achieve this, right? So they act like a strict teacher going around checking everyone's work behind their shoulder, giving you a hard time if you're too slow. So how it's charged is 150 yen right? $1.50 for 30 minutes. For every 30 minutes. And it comes with free drinks. But the free drinks are like just drip coffee or water. So
For sure.
the focus is on writing.
You don't care about drink.
Yeah, right.
You care about you finish your timeline.
It also comes with free snacks, but it's like really simple snacks, like nice crackers or chips.
If you have
whatever.
time to eat, why don't you fucking write?
Yeah.
Right?
It comes with free Wi-Fi and
that's good.
free power usage for your laptop or phone or whatever. So I think when we found this article describing this, the writer felt like there was like a strong sense of solidarity from the other patrons. Like you said, like everyone's on the same boat. Everyone's feeling the pressure to write, right? I guess it's like when you're in school and writing an exam and everyone's like just head down. You feel that pressure,
feel
right?
that you have to do it too. Yeah.
So if you're a writer on deadline, if you're visiting Japan and you can, you're too busy like enjoying the sights, but either you need to answer emails for your work at home or you're a vlogger or a blogger. Yeah.
You should
check this
check
cafe.
this. And this cafe is in Tokyo, right?
Yeah, it's in Tokyo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Genko Shippitsu Cafe.
So Japanese.
So
this
Japanese.
idea.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So we really enjoyed actually researching this episode. We learned a lot. Right?
Yeah.
And I hope for our listeners, it gives you guys a good sense of the way Japanese people think. Right?
Definitely.
I mean, it was hard to even narrow it down to our 10 favorite.
Yeah.
But there's way more. And if you guys want to hear another episode of words that can't easily be translated, let us know and we'll do more.
Yeah, like for this episode, right? Like someone asked us to do it. So like definitely it's help us to make more episode and then the comment gives us more energy and then,
Exactly.
we are happy to do this.
Yeah,
So-
this is proof that we don't ignore our listeners' suggestions.
yeah. So please
Yeah.
leave us comment, shoot us email, whatever. On
Negative or positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Well,
let us know.
Yeah. Negative, we'll see if we're gonna reply you, but we still reading and
Yeah, we definitely read every comment, message, email.
Hi.
So thanks again for listening. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you find our podcast.
Hi.
Apparently, it really helps with the algorithms out there nowadays to push our podcast to new listeners. So, arigato.
Arigato.
Thank you.
またね。バイバイ。